Say. I am from the College of Tony for the next business school, and I am subject in management, and I have studied in the weekend session. So according to the COVID season, I really appreciate it right now to show you or to present you the A concept of the organizational behavior. So the acronym of the word behavior is really like different people, they have their different thinking. If we refer to the word behavior, then we will know that what is kind of the positive attitude or the negative attitude. So, but right now, in order to understand the full word of the behavior, I will have a concept that it refers to the word behavior. So the first letter B, I will refer to the B self-awareness. It means that you are required to understand on what is your introvert. It is a kind of attitude that characterizes orientation in life through the subject physical content. But it also has the implication that introvert focus on the interpersonal skill more than extrovert when evaluation the worker performance. So some people, I can say like, for example, some people they want to change their workplace, but they forget to do the self-assessment. Example like they want to get a higher position, they want to get a high salary, they want to get a more challenging in the new workplace, but in fact they forget to do the self-assessment, like what did they have right now and what they can do right now and what is the maximum of the expectation or the salary. So for that, it seems like they are not clearly understand what is the self-awareness. That's why I choose the word be self-aware. For the letter E, I will focus on the extrovert behavior, so you can understand like the opposite of the introvert is the extrovert. So extroverts are comfortable being the center of the attention, which is the prerequisite for any leadership position. Moreover, the extrovert behavior is one of the big five stable personality dimensions, which is include the assertive, that is the confidential and forceful. Second, like charismatic, it show a compelling charm that inspire devotion in others. For the third is persuasive, is able to convince others to do or believe something. Four, you can say like self-assured, is kind of confident in one character. The last we can say like talkative, is fond of making conversation with others. So for the next letter H, I will be put like a healing. Most people like they consider like H will be referred to the human resource or something that is focused on the policy, procedure, or any strategy in the company. But they might forget that H also can be a healing. A healing is a kind of characteristic of the servant leader. It means that a leader strives to make themselves and others whole in the face of the failure or suffering. Being a leader, you are required to have a high responsibility for any task, even though the success or failure, or we can say you are the only one who handle after your subordinate. In the society, or I can say like, for example, in my experience, I have met a lot of people and also a lot of a leader. So some leader they focus like they think like they are a boss, so they post or they force their subordinate to do whatever they want, and they do not have any responsibility, and they also not exist any staff to do whatever they want. They just want to get a result. But oppositely, we have some leader that they have like more attention and more responsibility. So they have like when whatever achieve or failure they will receive all, and whatever in like a mistake they accept it, and the success they will be delegate or sharing to their team. So we can say like sometimes the leader should be not we can say to a leader or a boss, but leader also can be a servant. That's why the healing word is a kind of the characteristic of the servant leader. So for the next letter A, attitude. Attitude is represent of to our feeling or opinion about the people, place, or objective that range from the positive to negative. It is important because of the people attention or because all the people attitude can influence our behavior. And in contrast, in our workplace, the attitude are the outcome from the interaction of various individual, group, or the organizational process. In the attitude, we also have like a three components of the attitude, such as affective, cognitive, and behavioral. For the first, the affective component is an attitude that contains our feeling or emotional about the given object or the situation. For example, how do you feel about like people who talk on the cell phone in the workplace while you are working? Like if you feel annoyed with the suggest that people you are experience a negative effect toward them. So second, the cognitive component. It is a kind of attitude that reflects to our belief or ideas about the objective or situation. For example, like what do you think about the people who talk on cell phone in our workplace while we are working? That your ideas such as like behavioral root or not or represent the cognitive component of your attitude. The third is the behavioral component. It refers to the way we intend or expect to act towards someone, like someone or something. For example, how would you intend to respond someone talking on the cell phone during your working in your workplace if the individual were sitting near you and your guest? So for the next is the letter V. So I will be focus on the value concept. So all the people always have their own value, and the value are obstacle ideas that guide our thinking and behavioral across all the situation. The value can affect our behavior matter for two reasons. First, value guide our action across all the situation. Knowing how to help you to self-manage, such as by crossing or choosing a major or a career field which you are well or suit with that task. Second, you will be more effective influencing other attitude and behavior when you are armed with an understanding of value and their effect. So for the next letter is the letter I. It means that impartial. Impartial is a kind of positive relationship oriented behavior, and it means that the leader should treat all the people equally, fair. So you need to give a credit and recognition to those who deserve it and make it. Also ensure that all performance appraisal and evaluation are objective and impartial coordinate. So being a leader, you need to be a fairness, because you know why? If you are prior to the staff, you always encourage or admire someone here, but you always like knock out or lock out other staff that they got a low performance, and sometimes staff feel like upset. They don't like the kind of the leader like only the good performance staff. So in every decision, you need to be impartial, to be fair to all the solution, to all the support need. So for the next letter is letter O. I will refer to the concept of the organizational behavior. As you know that the organizational behavior is a kind of systematic study and carefully application of the knowledge about the people act within the organization, within the individual, and the group. Moreover, the organizational behavior also provides useful set of tools at any level of analysis from the individual, interpersonal relation, intergroup, and the whole system. So the word the organizational behavior will be focused like a group behavior or individual behavior in organizational structure. So for the final letter R, I will refer to the relationship-oriented behavior. It describes how someone acts around others. The relationship-oriented behavior can refer to how you express your opinion, handle disagreement, or build connection. And it's also often affected by the gender, or we can say stereotype. For example, like a woman who are the socialized to see themselves as nurturing and peacemaking, we can say like freedom in their relationship, while the men are taught the value display of the leadership and the authority. So finally, to summarize the acronym of the behavior, the first concept is the be self-aware before you are doing something or you want to make a decision. So you want to work other workplace or you want to find another workplace, you need to understand what is your self-awareness and you need to know the introvert. And the letter E is extrovert behavior. So extrovert behavior also can be transformed from the positive to a negative. Letter H, healing, is the one of characteristic of the seven letter. And letter A refer to the attitude that we can say like positive or negative attitude. V is value, and we can say all the people have their own value. So you need to be and you need to understand what the other value have. And letter I, impartial. Being a leader is not an easy way. So before you are deciding or make any decision, you need to understand or you need to make it fairly. So for the letter O, we can say the organizational behavior is a big word that we're gonna study, and we have like cover the individual behavior, group behavior, and the organizational behavior. In order to success in life, knowledge is not enough. So behavior can handle everything instead of knowledge. So we should try or we should learn everything or from the people around you. So the last one, letter L, is the relationship-oriented behavior. That is described of how someone acts around others. That can be include your friend, your family, or your worker, or your stranger. So you need to learn from them. Alright, thank you very much, teacher. Bye bye.